Hi everyone, this is Gill. Today I'd like to talk about a thesis. I finished my master's thesis at the end of last year and I want to share my experience with the process. As you know very well, this is a very important aspect of concluding our academic journey. So yeah, let's talk about the writing thesis process. Let's go. The first very important thing is selecting a topic. It's good to choose a topic that genuinely interests you or where you feel passionate while you're studying. Perhaps you could do it by collaborating with other institutions or companies, enabling you to conduct in-depth research on a narrow topic or narrow field. Also, in these cases, mostly the main topic is already set. For gaining some ideas for your topic, you may refer a lot of published papers. There are some websites such as Elicit, ResearchRabbit, Google Scholars. So read a lot and get some ideas and learn the structures.
From this point on, I will show you the footage that captured my process and discuss them. After deciding on a topic, I conducted an initial literature review and wrote a research proposal. I sent the proposal to a professor whom I hoped would be my supervisor. At this stage, students might also choose a second supervisor. Following that, I needed to conduct a fieldwork, which in my case involved ethnographic research for 6 months at the company where I did my internship. Data collection can take various forms, such as experiments or fieldwork, depending on the research direction. I collected data through ethnographic research and an user experience survey. After collecting your own data, the next step is finally writing. Begin writing your thesis. Make sure the structure and formatting guidelines provided by your department. In this part, I planned the details for the chapters and also divided the part as introduction, literature review, methodology, results, discussion, and conclusion. At that time, I often felt lost and it was the most challenging period for me. During such times, I recommend navigating through it by maintaining appropriate communication with your supervisor or experienced peers. It seems like a period where a lot of support from those around you is very crucial. If I could go back to that time, I would probably allocate more effort to the communication aspect, aiming to shorten this challenging period and accelerate the overall process. Even I did my best, struggling alone didn't really help me much. If the construction work was already completed, it's definitely the time to start writing. I think I spent most of my time at the library during this period. I made a commitment to myself to write at least 1 to 2 pages every day, and I dedicated the majority of my time to do it. Of course, it was very tough, and to be honest, there were many days when I couldn't keep my promise. Some days the writing flowed well, but there were many days when I just couldn't do it. There are also days when I wanted to delete everything I had written. It was a period of exhaustion as I went through the cycle of deleting and rewriting multiple times. Strangely, as time has passed, I have come to realize that studying hard at the library until it closed during that time has become a good memory. Maybe this was probably one of the small achievements I felt during this long process. Also, I sometimes felt very overwhelmed writing my thesis because I worked as a working student for 18 hours per week, but nevertheless, I had to keep pushing it through. And now, when your thesis is finally completed, you should also include a binding process in your timeline. I had to go through 2 binding processes due to typos. I learned that this task is very also important, so plan ample time for it. And finally, it's time to drop it. Put the 2 copies in the sturdy envelope, seal it well, drop it off, and be proud of yourself. It was great to share my thesis process with you today. If you have any tips, please share.